I'm feeling low.
Hi there, friends, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I'm a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. Currently a dietetic intern. Today, we're here for part 2 of my ultimate list of health and wellness multi-level marketing company, Iceberg, which I'm aptly calling a pyramid. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and lots of dry sarcasm on the way, hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand because I would just really love to have you here. Without further ado, let's make lemonade. So I really was not expecting a part 2 to this video. To be honest, I did not expect the first one to perform the way it did, which was quite well when compared to the previous few videos to that one. I'm not complaining about it though. Sometimes it happens with YouTube videos and there's like really no way to predict it. You might post a average video that's no different than any other video on your channel, and your viewers love it, and YouTube decides that it needs to get pumped out to everybody in the algorithm, and your views just skyrocket for that particular video. YouTube is truly unpredictable in that way, but again, I'm not complaining. So here we are, part 2, back by popular demand, because a lot of you guys said you would be down for a part 2. So real quick before we jump in, once again, this list is possible with the help of the website LeConte Consulting. They have a pretty exhaustive list of health and wellness MLM companies, most of which I have never heard of, which is exactly what I needed for this video. All of these companies are arranged by my own personal experience, hearing about them and about how easily I am able to research for them on social media, and about how popular they are on social media as well on apps such as like Instagram. This list is my own personal interpretation. We will not be getting to every multi-level marketing company in history because I can't. If you can think of one that maybe could have been mentioned in this video, drop it in the comments and maybe it'll go in a part 3, maybe. So let's just pick up where we left off. We went up to tier 5 in part 1, so I figure we could just keep digging deeper. Without further ado, I give you tier 6 of the ultimate health and wellness multi-level marketing company, Iceberg / pyramid. 5 Links Enterprises, aka Epic. So apparently 5 Links Enterprises is the old name, and I guess they changed their name to Epic at some point. They have personal products and they have what they call business products, and it would appear that the business products are to help those in, I guess, the business opportunity, because remember, this is a multi-level marketing company. For example, they have text alerts, spelled as one word and with a Z. I guess that's like a way to help you as the business owner help to send out text alerts to your audience or clients or whatever. In terms of wellness, they have a CBD based products like tinctures and topical creams. Next one, Trainot. Now, I feel like I have heard of Trainot before in a fever dream featuring Savannah Marie, and I put it in tier 6 because maybe 1 or 2 of you have heard of it, maybe, but probably not. To be honest, I'll be surprised if any of you guys have heard of any of the companies I mentioned today. If you have heard of them, please chime off below and let me know. So Trainot is based in the United States, in Utah, not surprising, as a lot of multi-level marketing companies come crawling out of Utah. Their dietary supplement line is pretty standard: digestive health, weight management, energy, immunity. You get it. One product that seems to pop up a lot is this thing called Transform. It's supposed to convert the sugar you eat to fiber, and it contains various different enzymes, most of which you probably already have because you're a human, which then begs the question, why do I need this? I've seen a lot of chit-chat, murmurs on social media lately about a dietary supplement that claims to convert the sugar you eat into fiber. So that's interesting. I feel like that's something that requires further research from myself. Oriflame. This is one I've heard of one time, I think, from Hannah Alonso's MLM horror stories, which I frequently listen to. And that is the one and only time I have ever heard of Oriflame. According to LeConte Consulting, they are based in Sweden. And according to Oriflame's website, they're in a few countries, but not the United States. Very wide product line to include essential oils, fragrance, bath and body, hair, and nutrition. But some of the categories only have like 1 or 2 products. Fragrance and makeup must be their main bag because those are the biggest categories. Yeah, who's heard of Oriflame? Nikken. This is a recommendation from part 1. Nikken actually I feel like probably could have gone in tier like 3 or 4, maybe 5, but I didn't think of it, so here we are now. I've heard of Nikken from MLM Horror Stories, or is it Nikken? I feel like it's Nikken. Yeah, I've heard of this company from MLM Horror Stories. I've heard it mentioned a couple times, and I feel like I actually have heard it talked about by a couple other creators. So Niken's big thing is magnets, which is interesting. But they do have dietary supplements. They have what is probably the most expensive calcium supplement I've ever seen in my entire life. $94 for a 30-day supply. In terms of the magnet stuff, I've actually heard of magnet therapy. It would be interesting to dive into it and learn more. All right, that concludes tier 6. FYI, all these tiers are very short because, you know, we're getting into the belly of the beast here. You guys have likely not heard of a lot of these. That concludes tier 6. Let's enter tier 7. Atomy. This one's a recommendation from part 1. This is specifically an Asian multi-level marketing company. However, I couldn't figure out which Asian country specifically. The person who commented this one on the last video said that it was Japanese, but according to LeConte Consulting, this company is Korean, and I had a really hard time finding out on their website. Like, they didn't have like an About Us page or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. On their website, there are 2 US addresses listed, so I guess they also operate in the United States. Never heard of this company, except until I saw that YouTube comment on my last video. They have a lot of products. Wellness, hair care, skincare, coffee, which is just 2 types of Arabica coffee. Oral health, as well as other categories as well. So they've got a pretty extensive product line. Next up, we have Tavala. I feel like that's how you say it. This is an American company, and the name reminds me of Gevalia, which is a brand of coffee, I think, right? So Tavala seems, based on their website anyway, they seem pretty well established, but I don't think they're very popular at all. Really small Instagram, no activity since March on their Instagram. They have a range of dietary supplements, and their thing really seems to be weight loss, which is just not even original anymore in my opinion. They have a before and after page showing a lot of people's really dramatic weight loss transformations, and a lot of their products seem to have something to do with weight loss. I see the names Trim, Control, and Lean in some of their product names, so I guess their thing is weight loss. Next, we have Success by Health. This one is interesting. So I have this one on the list, but it's actually a now defunct company, and their thing was coffee. What about coffee? I can't tell you because their website doesn't exist anymore, so I have no idea what made their coffee so amazing. And all the information that I came across online about this company was just talking about how they've been shut down. I wanted to include Success by Health on the list because this is one of the few times that I can actually say, as an irrefutable fact, not conjecture, not implication, fact, that Success by Health was an illegal pyramid scheme. It was established in 2017 and was very swiftly shut down by the United States Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. The CEO's name was James J. Noland. In 2020, a federal court granted the FTC's request to temporarily shut them down and freeze their assets because they alleged that they were operating as a pyramid scheme. The FTC alleged that less than 2% of people who bought into Success by Health actually made more money than they put in, and even those people that did make money averaged less than $250 a month, not nearly enough for Starbucks and Oreos. In the press release published by the FTC, they said, quote, a far cry from the defendant's promises of, quote unquote, financial freedom. The FTC went on to sue him, Noland, his wife, and others for their connections to Success by Health and another company that they were operating now, which was also defunct because it was found to be an illegal pyramid scheme called Voz Travel. Anyone ever heard of Voz Travel? I think it was spelled V-O-Z, just Voz Travel. Chime off if you heard of Voz Travel. The FTC claimed the typical stuff that we see in these kinds of lawsuits. The defendant, that Noland guy, he made claims that people would find financial freedom if they joined, when really most of the people who joined lost money or made very little money. The FTC also alleged that they made ridiculous income claims, that people could make $1 million a month. In the 2020 press release published by the Federal Trade Commission, they alleged that Noland told an audience, quote, people ask, what do? I said, I build pyramids, man, end quote. And I think that's a good stopping point. Success by Health, now defunct pyramid scheme. All right, and that brings us to tier 8, Trevo, multi-level marketing company. Trevo has a whopping 2 products. One is called Trevo, which appears to be like a multivitamin type deal, and then they have a calcium supplement. And that's it. Trevo was founded by a guy named Mark Stevens. According to the About page, they worked with scientists, chemists, and formulators for years to choose the best ingredients for their products. All 2 of their products. I looked, but just only 2 products came up underneath their shop tab. More digging and more research about Trevo, and I considered that maybe this very, very small product line could be explained by this next thing I'm about to tell you, which I found when I was researching Trevo. A press release published by the Attorney's Office by the Western District of Oklahoma titled, Oklahoma City Multi-Level Marketing Company agrees to distribution of $610,800 in seized funds to alleged fraud victims. According to the press release, there were some shady people doing some shady people things. They were running some kind of email fraud scheme in which the perpetrators instructed multiple people to send money to various bank accounts at Wells Fargo and Bank First Bank, and these accounts were found to be under Trevo's control. Apparently, in some of these instances, the people involved in the scheme actually struck up romantic relationships with the victims before getting them to send money. In August of 2018, Trevo and its principals, which is Mark Stevens and Holly Stevens, who I assume is his wife, they agreed that they would settle this case out by just paying back all the victims, which came to $610,800. The Trevo company and Mark and Holly, they never admitted any sort of involvement in this email scheme. Weird, right? Next up, we've got Nutrisale. Who's heard of Nutrisale? Show of hands. Not me. According to LeConte Consulting, this is a United States-based company. Dietary supplements, and it looks like their main bag is like energy and weight loss. I was trying to find some information on what it was like being like in the company, is what they call a brand pro or like an ambassador. I couldn't find a compensation plan, income disclosure statement, or anything like that, but apparently it only costs $36 a year to be an independent distributor. Wow, seems like a good deal. I'm not suggesting that you do it, but I don't know, it seems a little too good to be true. These things often are. All right, last up in tier 8, we have Arctic Nutrition. This was another one I pulled from the comment section from part 1 of this video. It is a Finnish company, and they operate in Finland, Germany, Estonia, and Sweden. They got lots of dietary supplements that do lots of different things: energy, mood boosters, immunity, standard fare. They have something called Elixir, which I swear to God, every dietary supplement company, MLM or otherwise, they always have a product called Elixir. What's up with that? Theirs looks like wine, but it's not. And it's supposed to give you, you know, a bunch of antioxidants and such. Here is a fun fact that I came across while researching Arctic Nutrition. According to businessforhome.org, in 2021, Arctic Nutrition experienced a 124% increase in sales. The company believes one of the reasons for that sharp uptick in sales was related to the global parallelogram. And that concludes tier 8. Moving on to tier 9, getting deeper into the belly of the beast. Inspire Network. Okay, I have like no information on this one. It was on the list at LeConte Consulting, but the link on their website was dead. So I tried Googling it, and stuff actually did come up for it, but no actual like home base or website. The little information I did find did confirm that this does have the multi-level marketing business model. What little information I did find about their product line, and this is why I found this one so interesting and I wanted to add it to the list. I'm just going off what I read online. Apparently, I guess their main product bag is feminine hygiene products. I just thought that was interesting. I've just never seen that before in a multi-level marketing company. You know, it's usually dietary supplements. In 2018, it does look like they were bought by some other company called Wakaya. So maybe that's why I couldn't find any information on Inspire Network, because maybe they're not Inspire anymore. Yeah. All right, next, ActiLabs, aka Urban Retreat. ActiLabs acquired the branding Urban Retreat, so now they are Urban Retreat by ActiLabs. It was started between 2009 and 2011, family owned, and they pride themselves on operating out of small labs. They had some struggles come 2020 through 2021, who didn't? And according to their website, they're preparing for a relaunch in September of 2023, so just this year. September 2023 has already passed. So I guess they took a break on operations at some point. Their product line includes dietary supplements. They also have makeup, hair care, and skincare. And here's something interesting. They have a car bonus. You have to achieve the senior executive rank or higher for 3 consecutive months in a row to qualify for the bonus. And that seems pretty typical of multi-level marketing companies that have like the car bonus program. And this is another one that's in the United States. It's also in a few other countries as well. So have you ever heard of Actilabs or Urban Retreat by Actilabs. All right, and that now brings us to tier 10. This is gonna be a way shorter video than the first one. We only have 2 in tier 10. First one is NYR Organic. This is a UK-based multi-level marketing company. Now, according to my source on LeConte Consulting, they actually have an office in Massachusetts, which is so random. Who even lives in Massachusetts? Is Massachusetts a real state? Looking on their social media, they've got a pretty decent social media following, almost 150,000 followers on Instagram, but I have never, ever heard of them before making this video. It definitely seems like it's probably more popular in the UK, which makes sense if that's where it's based out of. NYR means Neil's Yard Remedies, and I have absolutely no idea what that means. I tried to look, but I have no idea like what that actually means. It was established in 1981, and in 1988, they became the first British company to stock certified organic essential oils. Their tea bags are also organic, in case you like to eat your tea bags and also need them to be organic. They have a wide product line which includes mom and baby, bath and body, skincare, and your wellness products like dietary supplements and vitamins. They also have a product called Beauty Oil, and that name made me laugh for some reason. I don't know why, just Beauty Oil. Their marketing team didn't use a lot of brain cells, I guess, for that one. And the last one we have in tier 10, and the last one of the day, is called Organo Gold. And at first glance, I thought it said Oregano Gold, but upon further inspection, I realized it didn't. According to their website, they are in every US state, and according to LeConte Consulting, they are based here in the United States. According to them, they're also on 6 continents, so they're pretty widespread. I've never heard of them. Have you? When I was looking at their products, one thing that caught my eye was their espresso line. I guess they make their own espresso pods. I'll admit, that is one of the best ways to my heart. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this lighthearted, fun video. I hope you guys learned some new MLMs to keep your eye out for. Maybe this can become a series. I probably won't keep doing the Iceberg deal, but like maybe every few months I can round up a few lesser known multi-level marketing companies. Just kind of a thing where I'm like, hey, here's a few lesser known health and wellness MLMs you may not have heard of. Like, just to keep you guys in the loop. Like, would you guys be down for that? Let me know in the comments. Well, thank you very much for making it to this point, if in fact you did. I assume you did. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more similar content, why not hit the subscribe button and join us over here at the Lemonade Stand. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Queen Lemon, over and out. Onyx left the room and went upstairs. Probably because I was talking too much. Well. What do we have here? Hello, aminals. Oh, my goodness. Anything to say, ma'am? Oh, jeez. Big stretch. Big mid-play stretch, Onyx. Okay, now she's doing this. Ma'am. She's biting her stare for some reason. Onyx, get her. Alpha, what is your problem? Ma'am, would you like to say goodbye? I love, they just go straight from like play fighting to Onyx. Okay. Onyx licking her face. They sound so scary, but you guys, I promise everything's fine. I promise everything is fine. Are you guys done? Are you guys done? Okay. All right.